Thank you.
Okay, recording. So, like this
Okay.
recording and our discussion today, this is confidential and will be only used for the purpose of our interview and screening process. Do you have questions so
Okay. No, no, ma'am.
far? Okay.
Let's proceed na lang.
Okay. So, Yeshua Morning, Shane, thank you for
Yes, ma'am.
making time today. So, um, I have a couple of questions that may how do we say this? I'll be very honest with you. I will make it clear to you, and so you can also ask questions. So this is more of a back and forth, and then also a screening. First, I'd like
Okay,
to
ma'am.
ask and clarify. You mentioned that you know Yeshua from a former colleague in Limkit Kai, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Her church mate is currently working in Yeshua right now, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. He is not your church mate. You are
Yes.
former colleagues. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. She is,
Co-employee.
yeah, sorry. Co-employee.
Co-employee. Yeah.
But already former. You already resigned from Limket,
Yes.
correct?
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Is she still working in Limket Kai? Still connected with Limket Kai?
Not anymore.
Okay. Okay. Curious. We see people in Limket Kai anyway. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
her church mate is Faye and Lap, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Miss Faye
Okay.
and yes, ma'am.
So how did this Faye's church mate introduce Yeshua to you, and how were you interested? And uh we saw you pass the resume. What happened? Can you tell me more about it?
Actually, mom, I am a mom of three daughters.
Mm.
So usually, as a parent, we need to sustain the needs of our babies, especially 1 year, I mean 2 years, and then the youngest is 11 months. But you don't have to worry about it because I have my relatives who will take care of them. It's just for now, I'm really looking for a work to sustain my family. And so I shared to her about uh, my my need to work, and that's it. And she introduced me to this a company, and
Okay.
she said if I am interested with online job. So of
Mm.
course I really needed a work that is also a work from home because I have these babies. But as I've said, you don't have to worry if ever I have been given a chance because I have my relatives who will take care of them. It's just I want to see them, my babies, since they are 2 years old and 11 months. So I still have to not just to focus or take care as I am or personally, but I can monitor them through working here in the house.
Okay.
So that's it, mom.
So with that being said, your interest is on your interest is more on online and work from home roles.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
That for you is non-negotiable. Like for you, that's it. You're not opting
Ah,
to. Yeah, go ahead.
I of course, ma'am, if I'll be given a chance to work like on site, it would be better also. Okay, I still have since I've said a while ago that I have my relatives, so this is just a bonus for me if I will have a work from home setup. But it's okay. It's still okay na to work on site. It's not
Okay.
actually a problem also for me.
Thank you for clarifying, Shane. So,
Yes, ma'am.
when you found out about Yeshua, have you tried researching about Yeshua or what do you know about?
Yes, ma'am. I have researched it, ma'am, because of course, as an applicant, we need to check the background if it is really related on my skills, job skills, or yeah. So as I've read the base background of Yeshua outsourcing, so it is still like I could say na it is aligned on my skills because my previous jobs is inventory analyst, working on system like JDE, Peachtree, working on systems or processing the transactions through the system. So like it may not be about payroll task, but it is still connected because I am also working or processing transactions through a system like sa accounts payable, so inventory analyst. As inventory analyst, I also um, generate and post accounting journal entries. So it's still like a line connected. That's it, ma'am. So that's it. I hope also na because I saw na payroll, ano siya, payroll, what's this? More on payroll, tax, accounting work siya through online
Yeah.
solutions, bali, payroll solutions for companies like Del Monte. I'm ready to, so I hope I
I'm
have ano,
I'm glad you did your research.
background. Yes, ma'am.
I'm glad you did your research. So yeah, I
Yes,
think
ma'am.
you've captured that. I'll add on to that because
Yes, ma'am.
Yeshua is have you researched about the name Yeshua particularly?
Not the name, but
Yeah.
it's familiar to me because I'm also going to church, but not sa ano, not in what church is that? When born
Okay.
again. So
Okay.
I am a Catholic.
Mm,
So Yeshua word is Jesus Christ, right? If I'm not wrong.
mm,
So it's familiar for me because it's a Hebrew word.
mm,
So nakuha na ko siya, na-read na ko na siya, nakakuhaan ko na sa Bible, sa
mm.
among Bible studies. But actually, I am not active anymore. Pero I'm hoping because lagi sa busy, as a busy mom, super busy because of the two babies. So I hope, ma'am, I could come back going to church.
Okay. Thank you, Shane. Yeah, I think
Yes, ma'am.
made your research. Yes, Yeshua is Hebrew for Jesus, but we're not a
Yes.
religious company. Um,
Mm,
Christian in a religious perspective per se, because they would say, Christian ka. And they would say, Christianity is religion. It's more of the values that
mm,
we carry. In fact, we are a collective group of people from different religion who have
mm,
share one common value, and that's knowing that it is all by God's grace through Jesus Christ. No, so
yes, ma'am.
and one of that is you did your research. I'm glad you did your research about what we do here. I'm not sure if you're also aware that we also scout for our clients. We also look for um to fill in roles that they may need, because part of our work as consultancy is to fill in the gap. And one of that are possible employment requirements. So I'll be straightforward with you, Shane. So I will not sugarcoat
Yes, ma'am.
anything, to be fair with you. When we
Yes,
looked at your experience initially, what we're currently looking for may not necessarily match. And the hiring right now is more rigid in terms of the general consultant. I'm not sure if Face Churchmate emphasized that to you. um
yes.
yeah, I need to be fair in telling you that your experience does not match right now. However, um
Mm,
when we saw your background, your academic profile, your seminars and training, basically your whole work experience, I would say I'm not just impressed. I would say that I am prompted, no, by
yes,
God's grace, where I'm not sure if you're familiar with the term, where God is just leading you to consider and have this
yes, ma'am.
discussion with you. So the reason why
Yes.
I asked Shane is that there's one hiring requirement in one of our clients, and it's for an accounting head. Have you considered seeing
Uh,
as an accounting head?
yes, ma'am. I come again, ma'am.
Have you
What is that?
considered? Have you seen yourself, envisioned yourself to be an accounting head?
Yes, ma'am. Looking in a positive outlook.
Mhm,
Of course, I am aiming for that level of
mhm,
profession. So yes, I am willing, and I know that it is by process, and I know any work or job can be learned
Be
in
learned.
due time. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So before I introduce you to the company, however, we're still looking into both Yeshua and this company I'm about to share with you, which is confidential, by the way. Um,
Yes, ma'am.
I've noticed that your experience is number one. You stay very long in a company. Why do you think is that? You've stayed in Limkit Kai for quite some time. Yeah.
Yes.
And then
For
with
almost 7 years.
almost 7 years, even
Mm.
with General Milling,
Yes, ma'am. Almost
7 years,
6 years, ma'am.
6 years, and almost 7 years because when I look at it,
Yes.
2010 to 2017,
Yes.
your short
Almost 7 years.
is Del Monte, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Siya pro
Yes,
with
ma'am.
oh, oh, why was this
Yes, agency.
why was this short-lived?
Sorry. I'm really sorry for being honest.
It's okay.
Agent, I was under agency, ma'am, good ma'am. So,
Mm.
I'm a visit, okay?
It's okay.
I'm,
It's fine. This is confidential. Yeah.
uh, yes, ma'am. Actually, under agency,
Mm.
at that time, I was under agency and I cannot see myself being, um, absorbed by or be regularized
Mm.
because very seldom lang jud ang ilang ginapick to be a regular
Ang agency.
employee. So,
Mm.
of course, I don't want to have that less benefits. Of course, we are aiming for medical and of course to help us
Okay.
somehow. But since and then na ang schedule ma'am is night shift. So for me, I'm an asthmatic
Oh, okay.
person. So I was not my lungs was not able to
Handle
to
it.
adjust to adjust or handle it on night shift na shifting or schedule. But on day shift, of course, it's the six. I can manage it, but my during night shift, it uh it triggers my asthma. I'm really sorry, but that's it. I just told my manager na it's my health that is um it's not fit to the
Consideration.
work the
Okay.
night shift the graveyard shift.
And you also had
So
your own business?
yes, ma'am, internet cafe. While we are living in Iligan City at that time.
Why did you stop your business?
Actually, ma'am, that time, medyo ang competition between the internet uh,
Yes.
world business
Mm.
is very stiff na, ma'am. So, bawat kanto meron na talagang meron na talagang internet cafe. And then na-follow pa na my dad was, we lost our dad, and then my mom, she need to move on emotionally. So, that's why we transfer here in Cagayan, and then, of course, hindi na namin siya ma-continue ang business namin, internet business namin sa Iligan City because we transferred here in Cagayan de Oro for our mom to move on, totally move on her emotional uh, what's this? Depression, as we could say. What's it now? From
Okay.
losing our dad. Mm-mm.
Okay. That's well, that is again confidential. And thank you for sharing that part
Yes.
of your life. I'm sure it was a transition for your family with
Yes.
supporting your mom.
Yes.
So that leads me to the question, why did you stop or why did you resign from Limket Kai?
Um, actually, ma'am, during last January 2023, that was my youngest baby was, I'm
Born.
carrying my youngest baby at
Mm,
that time. And then the problem is I'm already 39 that
mm,
time. So I was diagnosed or yes, I was diagnosed as high risk pregnancy.
mm,
I experienced spotting, and then of course I really ask or beg for my manager to understand my long leave. Like,
mm,
di ba, we have this 3 months already na maternity leave. And then before that, I have to also have in advance 1 month leave so
mm,
that para dili siya makontinue ang spotting and dili ko ma-miscarriage because I have a history of miscarriage also. Before that baby, I experienced miscarriage. And so So to prevent it will happen again, so I tried to ask permission or their Maricina, na pwede ba na I have to have a leave 1 month advance aside that 3 months paternity leave, because it was my OB's OB-GYN's
Recommendation. Prescription.
advice. And yes, ma'am, advice. And then, of course, as inventory analyst, they could not give me that permission, because inventory is daily siya na you should monitor it daily, and it cannot be even 1 day or a week to have a leave. So I understand their side, and then they promised me na if after that 4 months or total of 4 months of leave, I could return. But then the problem came na they could not find a reliever that's only for probationary term, or they could not find a applicant na would
Take
agree
the
for a
position.
3 months or 4 months. Or they need a regular they want regular position. And so of course they accept applicants na irregular na nila. So here comes na I don't have a position anymore. I don't have a slot anymore. So that's it, ma'am. Totally
Okay.
resigned na dito sa company.
Okay, okay. So thank you for helping me understand. But there was no, your exit was graceful, no, it was proper resignation process?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I tender resignation after a month on February na.
Mm,
Kay dugay pa mi nag-negotiate sa HR.
mm. So this
Mm-mm.
break between January 31, 2023 up until now that you're looking for a job is for what is this for? Why was there a gap between January 31, 2023 and today?
And actually, ma'am, wala magud na ko ni siya na consider ning online job sa kaning span of time that
Mm-mm.
this longer. Kay I applied for on-site jobs. So I come to different companies. I go there for interviews, and then like that employment process. So pre-employment process. So it's just I always end up on final interview because of my age. So it's
Okay.
very tight competition nowadays na so I should look for a like this VA or online job, because they did not actually matter for age. They did not matter age ba sa
Mm,
like 40s, and even though you're 40s or 35 up, they still accept them. So there's no discrimination on age.
okay.
Um,
So thank you for helping me understand. So when did you give birth?
I actually gave birth May 23 to 2023, last year.
Last year. And
Yes,
so
ma'am.
even at that, after you gave birth, you already started. When did you start applying again?
After 3 months of breastfeeding, pure breastfeeding.
Mm,
So that's May, June, July, August. So by September, I tried to look for a job already. So I hopped from companies to companies, go for examinations, initial interview, and then it came final interview. Thanks to God. But then, unluckily, that's it. They always say na during the final interview na your age doesn't match. This is so. It's okay, mom. I cannot I cannot force myself to that. Kasi actually, mom, after that I told them na wala man good siya specify sa posting.
mm.
So they
There's
will
an
send
age
out
restriction.
oh,
Mm,
yes, ma'am. And then they said na dili daw pwede, because it is not it is bawal na, diba, magbutang og age restriction sa posting. So dito na personal nila ginaingon. So I don't know if they really just I
no,
don't know, basta dili
okay.
lang gid sa to para sa ako.
Okay. Yeah, thank you
Yes,
so
ma'am.
much, Shane. Shane, a curious question, because I keep
Yes,
hearing
ma'am.
you say you need to support your kids, your family. Are you
Yes.
married? Yes, you're married, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Your husband's job is?
actually he's in marketing sales in fast cash. So more on field. He's
Mm,
doing more on field. Marketing
okay.
marketing or sales, honestly.
But you both agreed that you will like he didn't say that he will be the one to support. You both agreed that you will support the family financially. What's the arrangement?
Actually, our arrangement is both of us should work because the rate should actually this generation or this actually this generation of my the rate for my husband or my partner is in minimum pa. Although we know that marketing or sales is of course higher, but their company is still new. I think 5 years pa, 10 years pa. So the rate is still in minimum pa. So more on the just on PCF, petty cash, allowance. So ganun lang ma'am. So hindi talaga siya ganun na makasupport sa family namin. So I needed to work and then that's our argument. It's okay for me because I know na it's for the future of our children. So wala lang, it's okay for me, mom. Hindi man ako yung type kasi na the father should only provide. Ano. Although we know biblically, di ba, ma'am, na the father should be the one to provide. But of course, this generation needs the woman also to help their husband on raising or supporting their children. Kasi nga, nagtataas na lahat.
Thank you,
You
Shay.
know?
Yeah, and
Yes,
I would
ma'am.
agree, no. Biblically, men and women is the husband and wife is the marriage is a partnership, no. So when
Yes.
head of the family says, okay, it's okay for you to work for as long as you both agree to that, and he has a say about it, and you also agree to it. Okay, so allow me to introduce one of our clients who's looking for a job, and one of the things
Yes.
that I do see in you is the level of maturity, which is something we would highly recommend. Now, I'll introduce to you the company, and then of course I'll introduce to you the real score with their hiring, because I have things that I need to confirm with you. So, are you familiar with the Philippine Island Kids Foundation?
No, it's new to me, ma'am. Not yet. Oh.
Are you
But
familiar?
I'll research for it.
Okay. Are you familiar with the guy who walked from Sweden, from Europe to Cagayan de Oro so he can raise funds for a foundation? His name is Thomas Kellenberger. Are you familiar with him? No.
I'm not familiar. Sorry, ma'am. But I will research for it. I actually
It's
will do.
okay. Yeah, you can research more about it. I'll tell you more. I'll tell you now.
Okay.
No? Philippine Island Kids
Okay.
Foundation is based in Cagayan de Oro City. The founder is
Mm,
Thomas Kellenberger. He just recently
Thomas
finished
Ellenberger.
a very long walk from Europe to Cagayan de Oro City so he can raise
Yes.
funds for the foundation. The Philippine
Mm.
Islands Kids Foundation is a foundation where they bring in street kids, kids
Mm.
from the landfill, orphans,
Mm.
basically kids who are displaced. They
Mm.
bring them to the foundation. They give them education. For those who can go home, they have houses, they can go home. But for those who don't have any homes, they provide. So
Mm.
for the kids, they have but this is a foundation, no? So they gather uh provisionary, or I would say funds from international companies for the foundation so that these kids
Yes.
can grow. I like this statement. I'll read to you Sir Tom's
Okay.
statement, and this is their commitment. If
Yes.
you can save, if we rescue, love, and nurture a child today, he or she may save the world tomorrow. So
Mm.
we already have kids. I'm not sure, is he already, if he's already a doctor or he already has a profession and he came from this program. The heart of the foundation is really to help these, I don't like to use the word, but unfortunate less fortunate
Yeah.
children.
Last one.
Yeah, some of them very sensitive. However, I'll share it to you on premise of
Yes.
confidentiality. Some of them have
Yes.
raped, abused,
Yes.
and they were taken to the foundation to be cared for, to go through therapy. And we have seen
Yes.
graduates already. So you might want to look that up
Um,
their Philippine Island Kids Foundation. Right now,
yes.
this is where do you have questions about that? About the company?
It's okay.
It's
It's okay,
okay.
ma'am. I will listen first.
Okay, so they are a charitable organization dedicated to promote and catalyze complete
Mm,
education among underprivileged children and youth. So they
mm,
were founded in so they're basically Swiss company based in Switzerland.
mm,
They have their base of operations here in Cagayan de Oro City, and that's Canito.
yeah.
No, so their
Mm,
goal is to enhance the quality of life of abandoned, orphaned, abused, and displaced underprivileged children by providing them access to quality education, even healthcare,
mm,
temporary shelter, and even love and care. No, their Sir Tom's journey on foot was really very touching, and he was welcomed. He was interviewed by CNN and a couple of, so this is a movement. No, this is one of the
okay.
companies that we are supporting. They are our client, and in every way, we find ways how we can help them. And one of the gap that we found is their accounting head. So they're looking for
Mm,
an accounting, somebody who can fill in this position, and it's a
yes.
position of an accounting head. So what we're looking for is not somebody necessarily who has a accounting head background, for as long as this person has a combined experience in accounting, financial
Mm,
reporting, BIR, and government reporting requirements. With these requirements, what can you tell me about your experience?
okay. As what I have said, I am not actually, I'm just a business administration. So
Mm,
major in business administration. I'm not accounting gadget or
mm,
CPA or like that. But then, due sa, on my
of your work.
job experiences, so at least connected lang siya. So I have those a process flow and it may connect to accounting or financial task. So it may I could understand them by having a training or even instruction. If they, I'm willing to be or eager to learn if they will just have even a small training or time na mag-train na ba, kumbaga. Mm-mm.
Sige. Thank you, Shane. And in this way, you might wonder, how come no Miss A is recommending me to Philippine Island Kids, and why not in Yeshua? Again, this is
Okay.
the companies that we're helping, and that this is one way we can really, we will send out really mature people. This is one of the things that we recommend. Now, again, this
Mhm.
has to go through thorough screening, but if you're willing, that would
Yes.
be greatly appreciated. Now, why not the general consultant position? Now, this is not to um how do you call this? It's not to discriminate your setup, but I'll be very
Mhm.
honest with you. If you
Yes.
opt for the general consultant position in Yeshua, it will really demand your time. In fact, it will demand
Okay.
the time from your children. And one of the things, we don't discriminate married with children. However, we try as much not to hire for your sake, for the sake of the application, no, because
Yes, ma'am.
understand that you also have to, and even, I understand that you work very hard. However, your baby is still young, right? Your baby is
Yes,
still
ma'am.
young, and that's one of the considerations. However, in Yeshua, it's yes, work from home. At times, we have on-site activities, and there will be times we'll require you to report to the office. However,
Yes.
with all honesty, Shane, um, reason why I'm recommending you, I'll recommend you in terms of, the considerations of the skills, no? And I would
Yes.
like to propose that you can be trained and you have maturity level. And why not in Yeshua? Again, I like to emphasize that with your situation right now, not discriminating your age because
Yes.
actually you're 40 years old, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm 42, so we don't discriminate age here.
Ah,
It's more of your
yes.
setup. It's more of your setup. You have a baby, and the work in Yeshua, to be honest, is very good in a way that it will really demand much of your time. It's not that you agree, like all work demands our time, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. However, in Yeshua, the requirement may double up, because
Mm,
currently with the nature of the requirements of our clients, I don't want to discourage you going into Yeshua. I really don't. No, but
yes, ma'am.
this is my recommendation for you, especially with your setup right now with your kids.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
have people who will help you take care of your kids, and yet I can also see the direction where this is headed. However, we're not closing our doors, Shane.
Yes, ma'am.
What I would like you to do is to reflect on this. No, would you like to take on the challenge to pursue your career in Yeshua? With that, we'll have to let you go through the general consultant, which is more on payroll. And they have a non-negotiable, which is you have to have payroll experience. So,
Okay.
Yeshua, or would you like to consider pursuing the accounting head position on PKIFI or Philippine Island Kids Foundation? And I will, what essentially do, what we will essentially do is look at how we can arrange training mode for you if you're
Mm,
really willing to go through that. So I'm going to give you time to think about this, Shane. But
yes.
do you have questions so far on this matter?
Um, Actually, ma'am, not yet, but I'm opening my doors man as an accounting head. I know I can do it by God's grace. I know
Thank you, Jesus.
for my children also. Yes, ma'am.
Sige, Shane. Do let me know what your decision is so we know how we can move you forward. Nevertheless,
Yes.
even if you decide to pursue a career as accounting head in Philippine Island Kids, granting that that we can haggle with them in terms of your skills required here, you will still be working with Yeshua closely because again, they are our client and you'll be interfacing
Mm,
as consultants, and you'll pretty much have
yes.
a feel of what it is to be a Yeshuan.
Okay. See you. Yes, ma'am. Of course.
Questions? No questions yet.
No, yes, ma'am. No questions yet.
Okay. Shane, I have a last question, and this is because we're just wrapping up. May I know first and
Mm,
foremost, what are the three things that will make you stay in the company? And can you give it to me in order of your prioritization? Let's start with that
yes, ma'am.
question.
Okay. The first one or the
Highest
top
priority.
of them, yes, ma'am. I wanted also to grow on
Mhm.
my career. So for how many years I've been an inventory analyst, as you can see now, for 6 years in general meeting, 7 years in general meeting, almost 7 years in Ketkai, doing the same work. So of course we have that mindset na it's boring na. Wala na, you are
You
just
want to
stuck
grow.
in that
Mm.
you're just stuck in that setup or kind of career. So I
Mm.
wanted to grow. So that's the first one. So I
Okay.
wanted to
Have growth.
challenge myself also.
Mm.
Yes, ma'am, to challenge myself. And even though I'm already 40, it's not too late
Yeah,
to
I agree.
to yes, it's not too late, of course, ma'am. It's not yet too late to grow professionally or on my career side. So second, of course, it's very important to me to raise my children
Mhm.
with a promising future. Of course, any parents would uh, would do that for their children. So, of course, ma'am, that's my second um, reason for why I will stay longer. As you can see, based on my job experiences, so I really stay longer as soon as I make to be loyal to a company. So if there's no reason for me to just because I'm bored with the job, I just quit already. So that's not my mindset.
Mm.
So I always look for a loyal do loyal work to my company. So that's it, ma'am. The third would be, ano na lang, ma'am, bali, ang third reason, that would be a, I could help someone if example, they have, don't have jobs, or maybe I could share my blessing or tell them to be an instrument for them to have also their work. So referring them, recommending them because I already have this status quo. So that's it, ma'am.
Thank you,
The
Shane.
list of my reason.
Okay. A last question. What was the range of your salary in your recent job?
In Limcat Kai, since actually
Shane,
I
sorry,
started
we're
with
down
minimum.
to less than 2 minutes. Is it okay if we can just tell
Okay.
your
Sige, ma'am.
rate?
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Actually, that was 20,000 a month. That is a fixed rate.
Fixed rate. Okay. What is
Yes.
expected salary?
Same. It would be okay since I'm still starting.
Okay. Thank you, Shane. I hope to hear from you. I'll follow you up so we know how we can
Yes,
move
ma'am.
forward with your application.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you
Thank you,
so
Shane, for your
much
time.
for
God bless you
giving me.
always.
Thank you. God bless.